Well, it was so absolutely wonderful to see you today, Carson. We went over a lot of vocabulary today, and the one thing that I want you to know is we don't have to remember all of this. All we have to do is have fun, okay? So, what I would like to do is bring this a little closer and to show you the board that we were working on today. And the idea behind this is there's a couple key things we were talking about that make a lot of sense if you don't overcomplicate them. So what I would like you to do is to see how this works. When we have tempo, which is T-E-M-P-O, that is a word that talks about the speed and the oscillations of the frequency. So if I have a slow tempo, something that's super largo, another word, and then we have something that's fast. The difference between the two is the tempo makes the notes go faster. So I would have all these notes that are pushed. These notes are called quarter notes. They're all worth one beat. So if I've got a measure of 4/4, meaning there are 4 notes per measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. Quarter, 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 quarter. If I said the tempo of this was about 80 beats per minute, that would feel like this. But if I were to double that and do that at 160 beats per minute, it would feel like this. So it would feel much faster, but it doesn't change the notes. It just changes the duration of how long they last. So the one thing I want you to know is when we use our tempo can make notes either slow or fast. When we're reading music on the staff, we've got these lines, and on these lines is where we put our notes. So that line that we saw, if we were going to write out our notes on the treble clef, we would first start off by saying that this is the higher octave, this is the treble clef. So all the notes are really high. That means that whenever we play a note like this G note, because this is the G clef, that note, when we play it at this frequency, is going to have a wavelength about that. So when we sing a G, G, it sounds like that. Now I can go G, G, and go G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and then up here put another note, which is its octave away, and go G, G. They're the same note, except we would have double the amount of oscillations per peak and trough. Meaning, same note, it just sounds higher. So the thing I wanted you to remember is when we're singing and playing these notes, notes have a particular thing that they do. And here's the whole takeaway. That's the whole reason why we're doing this video today, buddy. When we've got a note, it is a frequency. It's one sound. So that note, let me just fill it in and put a little line off of it. That note, when it's combined with another note, meaning if I've got this note and this note, when I play one note, it goes ah. When I play another note like ah, I can play those two notes together, and those become a harmony, which is spelled H-A-R-M-O-N-Y. Harmony. When we have one note and we have two notes that are added together, oops, addition sign, sorry, added together, they equal harmony. However, when we add one more note, this is the big one, big one. Whenever we add one more note to this, a third note, it makes something called a triad. Now, a triad is a chord. We use the name chord to describe the sounds. So a chord, or chords to be plural, has 3 notes: a 1, a 3, and a 5. So what we do is we try and hear those. And the reason why it's super fun and important for you and I to kind of chit chat about what these are is I have a really fun way of us trying to figure out what these notes are by just using our hands. So the thing that I was trying to explain over here, when we play on our instrument and we've got a C note and we go up a half step to the G, C to D, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. What we have, if we combine that with tempo, is we can play in a meter, which means if I were going to pick the meter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice how each one of these is getting a little higher until it goes through all 7 notes. Here comes the 7th one. And then it resolves. And this note is the same as the first note that we started with. Each one of those notes that I played had a duration of 4 beats. So it was whole note, 2, 3, 4. 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 Last one, then it resolves back to the same note. C again. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So what you and I are going to do is we're going to count these measures together. Can you do me a favor and say C? Can you even hum the note C with me at home if you can? C. 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Notice how we held each one of those notes for 4 beats. C, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. E, 2, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4, and C. See how it keeps going all around? C major has no sharps and no flats, my friend, which means when we say them, we don't need a pesky D sharp or an F flat. They're all natural notes. C natural, D natural, E natural, F natural, G natural, A natural, B natural, C natural. However, that takes a lot of time to say. So all we're going to do is say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So the takeaway from this video lesson, when we have a chord, we've got 3 notes. A 1, we skip the 2. A 3, we skip the 4, and we play the 5. 1, 3, 5. That's a major chord, or a major triad. When we use that major triad, let's say a 1, 3, 5, C, E, G. When we use that in tempo, we can make melodies. C, E, G, C, E, G, C, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, C, C. So when we do this, what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of clapping and a lot of singing together. And I hope you like doing those, because I sure do. Other than that, we're going to play a little piano. We're going to play a little ukulele. We're going to play some bongos and some other stuff. And we'll also play stuff like the vibraphone or the glockenspiel. I really enjoyed seeing you today. Remember that when we have a certain tempo, it's just counting out what we're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. This particular beat is kind of moderato. It's in the middle, so it's moderate. When I slow it down, it becomes really largo or grave or lento. Super slow, huh? And then when we move the fulcrum down, it becomes a lot faster. Thusly changing the tempo so it's much quicker. Fun, huh? This is called a metronome. Anywho, Carson, I really enjoyed seeing you today. I cannot wait to see you next week, or actually not next week, when we get back from the holiday break, okay? So follow along with this lesson, play and clap along, and I'm gonna leave you on a lot of fun here. Ready? Clap along with me. We've clapped along with 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's clap along with 3/4, meaning rather than having 4 notes per measure and the quarter note gets the beat, now we're gonna have 3 notes per measure and the quarter note still gets the beat. Except for going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do you see how in 4/4 it made sense to make a square and go 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, what shape has 3 sides? A triangle. Yeah! 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Carson, it was wonderful seeing you. I will see you after the holiday. Aloha.